line, not good takes. They're getting on.
Yeah.
And then especially in the top of the fifth, back-to-back doubles is all it took to blow this thing open. A 5-pitch walk for Jackson. He takes first. Jackson has reached now 3 times today, once on an error and now twice on balls.
Freeman.
6th walk of the day by a Harwich pitcher.
1 on, 1 out. The center fielder, Jackson Freeman, digs in. Freeman had an RBI double in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3. First pitch, outside. Jackson takes his lead off first. Freeman digs in. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 2 balls and no strikes to the Chatham center fielder. It's been the combination of McNeely, Taz Butler, and now Matthew Heiberger for the Mariners. The 2-0. Inside ball 3. All of those names have given up at least a run. All of those names have given up at least 2 runs. McNeely gave up 3 to start. Butler gave up 4. 3-0 finds the zone, 3-1. 1 on, 1 out. The Mariners down by 5 in the top of the 6th. Another long one here at White House Field. Runner at first, Jackson takes his lead. The batter, Jackson Freeman, ready to rip. 3-1. Inside ball 4. So the 7th walk of the night from a Mariner pitcher puts Freeman at first. That moves Jackson to second. And the base on balls just continuing to bury Harwich right now.
Isaiah Lane.
Yeah, you can't be giving free passes like the Mariners have been doing.
Heiberger came in the 5th, gave up back-to-back doubles before getting out of the inning, per se, on the strikeout to Aram Beatty. Recorded Larson quickly to start the 6th, now 2 on with 2 walks. First pitch strike right on the inside corner, 0-1 to Isaiah Lane. Lane so far tonight, a single, a walk, has scored 2 runs, also drove in a run on the hit in the 5th. Chance to do more damage, up 5. Runners both go. Heiberger steps off, throw to third. Not in time. Good base running from the A's. Double steal before Heiberger had even come home. Really makes you wonder if that was planned or they saw something in the delivery of Matthew Heiberger. But now, 1 in scoring position. The runner at first, Jackson Freeman, did not take second. He initially went. But when Heiberger turned, I think he thought that Matthew was going to go to second base, which he didn't. Runners on the corners, 0-1, in there, 0-2.
It almost also gets in the head of Heiberger if you're Freeman over on first and you act like you're going, Heiberger, obviously the left-hander, is looking at you. He sees the movement. He's not focused on what's behind him.
Now he lobs one over to first to just reset the pitch clock. An 0-2 count to Isaiah Lane. The Chatham A's have scored runs the last 5 times they've come up to hit, dating back to the 2nd inning. Runners at the corners with 1 down. The 0-2 skipped in the dirt. Conti catches it on 1 bounce, 1-2. Heiberger in need of a strikeout, or even better, a double play. 2-strike pitch. Low, 2-2. On deck is Fralick. Runner at third. After stealing third is Daniel Jackson. Jackson Freeman at first. Heiberger, the 2-2. Fought off foul. That's now 2 consecutive games for the Mariners pitching staff that they have given up at least 9 runs. Lost 9-8 to Falmouth on Tuesday. And tonight, 9-4. It's just the top of the 6th inning. Jam shot, foul. The Chatham approach has been relatively simple. Get your pitch. They've taken a lot of balls. They've walked 7 times. Credit the Anglers. After getting shut out on back-to-back games, Gino, they've come in against the best pitching staff and really gotten to Harwich on their home field.
They were ready to hit.
2-strike pitch, runner from first goes. This one is rocketed into right center. Trey Broussard got a good jump. He makes the play. Scoring with ease from third base is Daniel Jackson. And Chatham has reached double digits. It's 10-4.
Second RBI for Isaiah Lane today.
Freilich.
And this is a guy that Cook, the manager, was saying not only has he evolved as a defensive shortstop, but the offense is really starting to click. Second RBI, he's got a hit and 2 runs as well.
First pitch to the designated hitter, Freilich. Inside ball 1. May not seem like a lot because the Mariners are down a large sum right now in the 6th, but that sac fly from Lane was hard hit into right center immediately off the bat. And Bristol Carter did not have a great jump on it in right. Trey Broussard off to the races and made that play look easy. Most center fielders might have had to lay out for that ball. 2-0 pitch. Finds the top of the zone, 2-1. 1 on, 2 out, 1 already in the 6th inning. A 10-4 beatdown so far. The A's lead the Mariners. Runner goes from first. Swing and another jam shot flare that's going to fall for a hit. The hit and run works to perfection. Going from first to third is Jackson Freeman. And Freilich reaches for the second time tonight.
I thought Brainy might have had a throw to third,
The second baseman from
but
North Carolina,
as he was
number
pulling the
42,
ball out of his
Gavin
glove, just
Gallagher.
mishandled it. I mean, this is uncharacteristic of this Mariner defense. I mean, there's been a couple of plays that you just kind of scratch your head at. I mean, obviously the mistakes are bound to happen, but just simple stuff like not picking the ball out. We saw Shintaro Inoue, even he bobbled a ball that he usually makes routine.
First pitch to Gallagher, a strike down the middle, 0-1. Runners at the corners, 2 outs in the 6th. Gallagher has walked twice tonight, also struck out, but has scored on both times that he walked. The 0-1, that's inside, 1-1. And the A's are getting a little bit of luck tonight. These jam shots the other way are just right place, right time. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side, foul. I mean, for the left-handed hitting Freilich, who's coming off that knock in the previous at-bat, a lefty-lefty matchup, Heiberger pumps the fastball in on his wrists at 92. And he wasn't trying to do that.
No.
Just muscled it into left. You got to give him credit. 2-strike pitch. Slow tapper up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Inoue gloves it. Sidearm throw on time. That ends the 6th. But another run for the Chatham A's. They lead 10-4. Before we go away, on behalf of the Cape Cod Baseball League, we would like to thank the following partners for their continued support. Eat Cake for Breakfast, OT Sports, Quincy College, Reader's Hardwood Supply, Southern Recognition, T-Mobile, Velo Sports, Veolia North America, Wilson Sporting Goods, Yawkey Foundation, Netting Pros, Falmouth Publishing Company, Butler Sporting Goods, Margaritaville Resort, Cape Cod, Sports Pick, Sunderland Printing, and Del Mar Vacation Rentals. We'll be back with the home half of the 6th. The Mariners down by 6 on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for everyone.
Welcome back to Harwich. We welcome you into Cape League TV. 10-4 Chatham, time for the bottom of the sixth. Dane Burns stays out there. First pitch to Maloney, fouled straight back, 0-1. It's been all Chatham tonight, Gino.
Yeah.
They've scored in 5 consecutive innings. They started with a 3-run second, and it was a 4-run fifth. They tack on another in the sixth and lead by 6. 4, 5, and 6, 2 up for Harwich. That's Maloney, Harris, and Breeny. But they got work to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you want to obviously get on if there's a walk, but there's no reason that these guys should be passive.
The 0-1 pitch. That's a little bit off the plate, 1-1. To your point, though, the Mariners coming into the home half of the sixth with 4 runs so far, with their league low with a 2.84 team earned run average, 1-1, on the inside corner, 1-2. You would think that that puts them in the driver's seat, or at least a tie game, coming into the final 4 frames. And tonight, Chatham just continues to pour it on. The 1-2 right at the shins, 2-2. Maloney so far tonight is 1 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher, and then reached on the bunt hit in the 4th inning, came around to score. 2-2 the count. A lefty-righty matchup. Burns gets set, comes home. Hard hit grounder to short, right at Isaiah Lane. He makes the play. 1 down in the 6th. Isaiah Lane's a guy over there at short that Dennis Cook, the A's manager, told us he just does the things that most guys can't do, or can't do as consistently as he does. He takes away hits. Offensively, he runs the bases well. He's had a good night in Harwich tonight. Scored twice and has an RBI single. First pitch to Harris, a strike on the inner edge, 0-1.
I mean, Chatham as a whole has looked really impressive.
8-10, the A's coming into White House Field tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up foul. Harris behind, no balls and 2 strikes. But crazier things have happened, Gino. I recall a few weeks ago we were at Veterans Field, and it was a 7-3 Mariner lead in the 10th inning, and that vanished and turned into a 7-7 tie.
You're right.
0-2's in, 1-2 to Harris.
No, right, and that's what I mean. You know, you want to look for walks if they're there, but, I mean, at this point, you should be trying to swing the bat, make contact.
2-strike pitch. Got him looking. Right on cue, Gino. The Mariners just continue to have a passive approach at the plate. And the Anglers, well, they're coming after Harwich tonight. 2 down, nobody on in the 6th.
The left fielder from
Burns and Taylor, the 2
4,
pitchers for
Nico
Chatham, have
Breeny.
done a really nice job at taking advantage of that passiveness. If you're going to kind of sit back, I'm going to just keep picking my my corners, my edges, and it's the Mariners have had no answer.
Here's Breeny, first pitch. Ground ball to second. Gavin Gallagher makes the routine play. And 3 up, 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning for Burns. The A's stayed dominant through 6. They lead 10-4 on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go.
We welcome you back to White House Field. Adam Arthur set to toe the rubber. The fourth pitcher today for the Mariners. He replaces Matthew Heiberger, who went 1 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Leading off
Adam
for the
Arthur,
Anglers, the third baseman,
the left-hander,
from UCLA, number 21,
stands
Roman
at 6'3",
Martin.
175, out of Kansas State so far this summer. Has made 4 appearances on the mound, a 1.23 ERA, as he faces off against 7-8-9. Here's Roman Martin. First pitch misses low and away. And even though this is the bottom part of the order for Chatham, this is the part that has been honestly the most solid. Roman Martin has gotten on in all 3 at-bats.
7-8-9 has 7 runs batted in tonight, Gino.
Right.
7.
2 of those from the man at the plate right now.
He's having the best night of anybody.
Martin in just his 3rd game in an Angler uniform as he watches that one zip by outside.
I mean, the guys in the dugout after tonight might just start looking at Roman Martin like the savior of Chatham baseball. You get shut out in back-to-back games. This guy appears, and he's 3 for 3 tonight against the best pitching staff in the league.
2-1, high bouncer, gets through the left side of the infield and into left field. Roman Martin stays hot.
The left fielder from Indiana, number 34, Jake.
There's no cooling off the UCLA product. He's got 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. And now with a lead-off single, here's Jake Hanley from the left side. First pitch, popped up foul over the Mariner dugout and out of play.
And with this Chatham lineup, sure, Mendoza left. Yes, Henry Ford left because he's draft eligible. But that didn't mean that there weren't studs on this team. Jake Hanley was a stud at Indiana. And he got off to a rough start. The last time we saw him, he was hitting under 100 for average.
The 0-1, inside at the belt. First ball of the count. And you're right. I mean, Mendoza and Ford are 2 of the top hitters, not just for Chatham, but in the entire league. I mean, Mendoza with 21 hits, Ford with 20. As the 1-1 skied in foul territory, this time right next to the Mariner dugout, and a nice catch from Maddox Maloney as he was leaning up against the fence. Made the head-high grab for out number 1.
The catcher from LSU, number 20, Cade.
But back to that point, Hanley's average won't blow you away. He had that 2 RBI double in the 5th. Just another guy who's only a rising sophomore, co-Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
Right, just waiting to click, right?
And the A's have been good game, bad game. It's just a matter of putting it all together.
First pitch on Aaron Beatty, skied in the air, this time towards Chatham's dugout, and Harris just couldn't get a nice read. So that one drops foul. And so an 0-1 count to Aaron Beatty. But to your point, we talked about it before the game. Who's going to step up in the place of Ford Mendoza? And you even talked to Cook, and he never seemed worried about the hitting.
Not at all.
He said time will come.
But I like how honest he is. He can say that, but you hear him around his guys. You hear him to the Chatham writers if you read any of their articles. He doesn't sugarcoat it. If they're not hitting, he'll call them out.
1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 72-mile-per-hour breaking ball that Aaron Beatty was way ahead of.
But one thing that I was really impressed with Dennis Cook was he had some guts. He went out and called out the Chatham A's who left.
Throw back to first, not in time. Martin back standing. But you're absolutely right.
As in the guys who aren't leaving for the draft, who aren't leaving for Team USA. You know, some guys come to the Cape, they show off their talent for 2 weeks and say, I'm going to go have a summer myself.
1-2, misses.
And
you're right.
He's a loyalty guy. If you
Dennis
say
Cook,
you're going to come play for me in Chatham,
right,
he expects you to come play 40 games.
Cook in his first year as manager for Chatham. The 2-2. Just got a piece of it.
I don't know what you think about that. Granted, it's still summer ball. These kids aren't getting paid. And in the world of NIL today, I'm sure plenty of these guys are when they go back to school.
Right, and I think Cook knows that, right? You talk to him about, you know, whether or not, you know, the players are playing their best, and he's very quick to defend his guys. And he knows this is a developmental league. As the 2-2 arced down the right field line, and it drops foul. Bristol Carter trots over to it. But even at the start of the year, right when Chatham was last in the East, a team that was really struggling, and even then he said, listen, this is a league for our guys to get better. But you're right. He also knows that and can translate that into, my guys got to play. 2-2, misses low. I mean, even in the delay, right, the lightning delay a couple of days ago, Jay Klein, one of the broadcasters for Chatham, asked him, how do you keep your guys ready to go in that situation? Hour and a half delay. Payoff pitch. This one's lined into center, down for a hit. Puts runners on first and second with just one out in the top of the 7th. And you know what Cook said? Not my job. That's the player's job. That's their stat lines. These guys have to know and be ready to go that if there's a delay, okay, that's fine. You got to stay hot. Everybody's different. That's not my job.
I mean, this is a guy who had a 15-year Major League Baseball career, played for 9 different teams. So of all people, it's a big leaguer and a veteran telling you this stuff.
First pitch, a swing and a miss from Ashton Larson as the order turns over for the A's. Aaron Beatty on first with Martin on second. Just one out. Larson 0 for 4 on the day. The 0-1. This one just drops right in front of Marsh, and as he went to dig it out, just gets past his glove, and that loads the bases for Chatham.
That's a ball that if you're Marsh, you just got to keep in front. A tough pick, a tough play, but he went with the Olay fashion of one hop, pick it on the glove side. try and maybe get your body behind it, not catch it out of the air. You might not have a play. You probably won't have a play at second or especially first base. But nonetheless, you don't risk the ball going into the outfield and potentially plating the lead runner. Thankfully for the Mariners, Martin doesn't run very well and wasn't running on contact.
Here's Daniel Jackson, one of the top sluggers on this Chatham team, who stares at a first pitch strike. So the mercy roll is plus 10 runs after the 7th. Bases loaded with 1 out. The 0-1, a swing and a miss from Jackson. He's reached 3 times today, 2 walks and an error from Marsh. The shortstop for the Mariners. He's got 3 runs and 2 stolen bases. The 0-2. Outside. Jackson digs back in. A lefty on righty matchup. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another breaking ball from Arthur in the high 70s. Not a guy that throws a lot of heat. Likes to throw a lot of breaking balls. He has a unique windup and follow through with his throws.
49, Jackson Freeman.
He's one of those guys that's extremely difficult to see your first ever time.
Right.
And he's really tough lefty-lefty because he really whips his left hand across his body and in on these hitters.
We'll see if Jackson Freeman can have some better luck. First pitch strike.
The thing that I'm really interested in with Adam Arthur is watching his progression throughout the summer. How, when it's the second time he sees Chatham, the 4th time he sees some teams, how are they going to do against him? Because if you don't have velocity in today's baseball, you really have to be creative on ways to get guys out.
You're right. And Adam Arthur is as creative as they come. A journalism student at Kansas State. The 1-1, high bouncer down the first base side. Harris is there to underhand to Arthur, who touches the bag for out number 3.
Fans, it's now time for our 7th inning stretch.
Arthur
So
with the
hop on
radio
up
show
and stretch it out.
back at Kansas State. But the creativity, trying to take that to the mound. His team down by 6 as we head into the home half of the 7th. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
We welcome you back here to White House Field. A nice 70-degree evening. Not much wind here in Harwich. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino.
Leading off for the Mariners,
Dane Burns on the mound in
in
his 3rd inning of work for the Anglers. The left-hander will face off against 7, 8, 9 in the Mariners order, starting with the catcher, Matt Conti. Mariners down by 6 in the home half of the 7th. Conti 0 for 2 on the day. But perfect time to get the bats hot. As the first pitch, 91-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside for ball 1.
Not much more time. It's hard to think that you could get all 6 back in 1 inning. So you got 9 outs to play with. Got to start chipping away.
The 1-0. This one is arced to center and down for a hit. So Conti with a leadoff single, his first hit of the night.
The second
And here
baseman
comes
from
Shintaro
Kansas
Inoue.
State, number 2, Shintaro Inoue.
It's good to see Matt Conti get going a little bit. Had 2 hits in that game against Falmouth on Tuesday. He's on the board with a hit tonight. The Mariners need production out of their catcher, especially with Macon Winslow not here anymore.
Batting under a 200 this summer. First pitch to Shinny inside at the shins for ball 1. Inoue has struck out and grounded out tonight. I mean, the pitching for Chatham today has put on a show. The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Nate Taylor started on the mound for Chatham, went 4 innings, gave up just 4 hits, 3 runs, but just one of those being earned. No walks, 4 strikeouts. The 2-0. Inside, Inoue had to jump out of the way, right in front of his chest. And so 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. In the bottom of the 7th, Mariners down by 6. Conti with a lead off of first. The 3-0 to Inoue. Outside, ball 4. The leader in walks on the team for the Mariners gets his first walk of the day.
The right fielder.
He's
from
now up
Auburn,
to 12.
Number 26, Bristol Carter.
Still not any serious action in the Chatham bullpen. Kind of putting Burns on an island here unless somebody's ready to go and they're just sitting down over there. But if you can get Carter on and then the top of the order, Harwich can start chipping away.
First pitch to Carter, bunts it down the first base line and just tails foul.
I think that's a good thing for Harwich. At this point, you're only trying to bunt for a hit. You're down by 6. You want to keep what now is back-to-back base runners as a rally going in the bottom of the 7th. The sack bunt, and sure you get a hit. Well, now your lead or deficit goes from 6 to 4. That would be a third of it back, but knowing Carter, he's not satisfied by just advancing these runners. Bristol's looking to bunt for a hit, and that would have been a force or a tag play.
The 0-1. Misses outside on the off speed. Talked to Bristol before the game. With the 2-day break, how has that been? Do you like those consecutive days off, or would you rather get more into a rhythm? As the 1-1 comes home. This one is drilled into left. Hanley back towards the wall. It's gone. Bristol Carter with a 3-run bomb. His second homer of the summer.
That's the second home run of the
As
season
he
for
signals
Bristol
towards the Mariner
Carter.
dugout to get them fired up.
Another Mariner home run and another
His
$500
team now
to the
down
Harvard
by
Fund,
just
donated
3.
by Harry Ellis
Here we
Building.
go. We got a
Cape
game,
Craftsman
Gino.
Providing all phases of building construction and remodeling for Cape homeowners.
Bristol
for over
Carter
45
showing off
years.
the strength there. You talked about in the last game against YD, had his first home run, and you
The
said,
center fielder
you
from
know, he's got
Houston,
pop
number
like
3,
that. Didn't
Trey
have many home runs at
Broussard.
Auburn this past year, but man, has he been timely and clutch for the Mariners, not just with hard hits, but with hits at the right time. First pitch comes home to Trey Broussard. This one skied to left, and Hanley's there to make the first out of the inning. It's a Mariner home run, and that's another $500 to the Harwich Fund, donated by
The
Harry
shortcop
Ellis
from
Builder.
Liberty,
The
number
Cape Craftsman
22,
providing
Tanner
all phases
Marsh.
of building construction and remodeling for Cape homeowners for over 45 years.
Now you got to keep it going, Gino. You cut the deficit in half, but this was a 6-run hole to start the bottom of the 7th. You have the top of the order up, 1 out.
First pitch to Tanner Marsh at the shins for ball 1. But as I was saying before Carter drilled that home run, he said, you know, I honestly prefer getting into more of a routine. As Marsh flares this one to right, and Larson takes a few steps forward and records out number 2. He said, I prefer getting into more of a rhythm, more of a routine. And this is a guy that, you know, I talked about. You know, he told me, you play all these games at your school, right? For him, it was at Auburn. You come here. I mean, he's in the lineup almost every night.
Every night.
You're playing a ton of games, and he said it's all about recovery. First pitch to Aiden Robbins is fought off foul right over the Chatham dugout. But it's just interesting because, you know, at the end of the day, it's summer. You're on Cape Cod. You would think a couple of days off would be nice for the guys just to hang out and explore a little bit. But at the end of the day, you're here to get better. You're here to improve your numbers and get looks.
And that's where we've seen Carter grow. The average hasn't necessarily been there this summer, but him hitting now 2 home runs with a wooden bat is a testament that he's putting in work. Whether it's the weight room, the swing speed, what he's doing in the cage is translating to power in a large ballpark that White House Field is here on the Cape.
The 1-2. Flared foul. This is a guy, Aiden Robbins. We talked about Bristol's strength. Well, Robbins is right there with him. Robbins has got 3 doubles on the year as well as 2 homers. The Texas transfer certainly has some pop to his bat. The 1-2. Ground ball, foul, third base side.
The Mariners have now had 2 innings tonight where they've scored 3 runs. Off to just a brilliant start. I mean, there was nobody out after the Carter 3-run home run. And the top of the order up, Broussard and Marsh just went out with pitches early in the count on those fly balls to left and right.
1-2. Several foul balls from Robbins have been pushed.
Give Robbins credit. He's been grinding tonight. He started that rally in the 4th with a really long at-bat and single. Came around to score.
Has certainly been one of the offensive sparks for the Mariners. 1-2, low and away. But that home run from Carter, not only does that give him confidence, but it fires the rest of the team up, and you get to the head of the pitcher a little bit as this 2-strike pitch, a swing and a miss from Robbins. Aaron Beatty whiffed on the catch, but is there to throw him out at first. So 2 flyouts and a strikeout is how we end the frame, but a 3-run Bristol bomb cuts the deficit to just 3 for the Mariners. We'll see if Adam Arthur and the rest of the Mariner defense can hold strong and try and stop the Chatham bleeding. We'll be back on Cape Cod TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it.
Leading off for the Chatham Anglers.
Adam
the
Arthur
shortstop from San
on the mound.
Diego,
You're looking at
number
his feet
1,
right now. There he is.
Isaiah Lane.
The Kansas State product in his second inning of work. Loaded the bases in the last frame, gave up 3 hits, but left all 3 stranded. The first scoreless inning by the Anglers since the first. The first pitch to Isaiah Lane upstairs. 4-5-6 due up for the Anglers. Lane, the shortstop, gets set from the right side. Arthur deals home. 1-0 is in there. Right on the inside edge for strike 1. Lane so far today has proven why his manager Dennis Cook has raved about him as not only developing as a defensive shortstop, but an offensive one as well. He's reached off a single, a walk. He's got 2 RBIs and 2 runs. The 2-1. Misses low. Adam Arthur with a lot of off-speed breaking ball pitches, sitting in the 70s to mid-80s. The 3-1. Fouled straight back.
And this is the time, if there was ever a time, that the Mariners needed a quick 1-2-3 shutdown inning. You can never say a team necessarily has momentum when they're down by 3 runs in the 8th inning. But you were once down by 6. You cut it in half. Carter looked at the dugout on his trip around third on the home run trot and said, let's go. Let's get the bats going. This is a division rival. This is a big game. You don't want to lose 2 in a row. And if you can get off the field quick, you still got 6 more outs to play with. You got the heart of the order due up in 4, 5, and 6, starting with Maloney. And the Mariners just looking for a stress-free inning defensively.
Payoff pitch outside for ball 4.
And that's not going to do it. Just picking around batters tonight has been the issue. It started with McNeely. Butler walked 2 in just 2 innings. Heiberger walked 2 in 1 inning.
The designated hitter.
Not always going to have your best
number 6,
control every
Chase.
night, but you pair that with some bad defensive mistakes and really good Chatham base running.
That's right. The command has certainly been off for the Mariners tonight. They've given up 10 runs today. First pitch to Chase Fralick. It's the upper edge for strike 1. Fralick, the DH in today's game. He's got a hit and a walk, as well as a run. Throw back to first, not in time. Lane back standing. And so far today, Luke, to go to a point you talked about earlier, as the 0-1 comes home, it's popped up behind home plate. Matt Conti rips off the mask and runs over towards the cage, and it drops foul. The big booming voice from Mickey Garcia, the home plate umpire. But going to that point, it seems like there were several times today where the Mariners would all of a sudden get this momentum, right? Earlier in the game, cut the deficit to just a few
2.
runs, right?
It was 5-3.
And then what happened after that? Chatham blew the doors open, gave all the momentum right back to the Anglers. And now you get that 3-run bomb from Bristol in the bottom of the 7th.
This is when you got to go.
This is, you can't give up any more free passes.
You're out of time.
The 0-2 just misses inside.
That's a good pitch right there. 76 right at the knees.
1-2 the count with Lane on first after the leadoff walk. Lefty on lefty. The pitch comes home. This one's lined into right center. It's down for a hit. Lane rounds past second, and he's into third standing. Runners on the corners for the Anglers. And every time the Mariners have had momentum, Chatham
The
is
second
right
baseman
there to
from
respond.
North Carolina, number 42, Gavin Gallagher.
Yeah, the A's have come to play, Gino. They're hitting the ball hard. But the base running tonight, they're going first to third on,
They're attacking.
seems like every single the other direction. They're stealing second base whenever they have the opportunity to run on Conti.
First pitch to Gavin Gallagher, fouled straight back. But if you're a Mariner fan, remember in the last inning, the bases were loaded by the Anglers. Adam Arthur left all of them stranded. The 0-1. Skied in foul territory towards the Chatham dugout. Sam Harris is there to glove it for the first out.
It's a big out.
A nice hustle play from the Mariner first baseman earlier in this game. Flubbed on a fly ball in foul territory. Just got a misread on it. Took his body all the way to the Chatham fence right in front of the dugout and had to lean back as the ball was actually closer to the infield line.
The third baseman
And just
from
couldn't get
UCLA,
the catch.
number 21,
That
Roman
time, didn't mess it
Martin.
up. Records the first out. And now still with runners on the corners. Here comes Roman Martin. The third baseman digs in from the right side. First pitch from Arthur. In there for strike one.
Huge hole on the right side. In a way, right next to the second base bag. Harris holding the runner on at first. Mariners just begging Martin to go the other way.
The 0-1. Upstairs. Martin has had himself a day here in Harwich. His third game this summer came in with no hits, and he has gotten a hit on every at-bat tonight. He's 4 for 4 with 3 singles and an automatic double as he fouls this one again. He's got 2 RBIs, 2 runs, a stolen base. I mean, you talk about an offensive explosion.
Getting it done.
The UCLA product has really stepped up. The 1-2 from Arthur. This one's rocketed to shallow right. Charging is Carter. He makes the catch. And a nice job to get it out of his glove and hold Lane at third. So with 2 outs, runners still on the corners. And here's Jake Hamley.
If Adam Arthur
The
can
left
get out of
fielder
this,
from Indiana, number 34,
it would be
Jake
back-to-back
Hanley.
innings of
Stranding.
extremely impressive stuff.
Right.
He gave up 3 hits in the 7th. And what we also talked about in the 7th was that was the inning that Harris just missed a pop-up in foul territory.
That's what I was talking about earlier,
his
right?
defense wasn't helping him out. He was able to strand all 3, got out scoreless, runners at the corners with nobody out, and all he's got to do is get Jake Hanley out to keep this a 3-run game.
First pitch, a wave and a whiff from Hanley, who's doubled and has brought in a run. The 0-1. This is low.
Gino, if I could buy stock, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an Indiana guy, but in one player in the Cape, this would be a guy I'd think about. Because his numbers aren't very good here, but he's a heck of a hitter.
The 1-1. In there for strike 2. How
Yeah.
much stock would you buy?
More of just a reference, but all I'm saying is
I'm
just
just kidding.
look at the frame.
Right.
6'5", he's young, he's got all the tools.
6'6", 235 pounds. 1-2, pulled foul. This past season at Indiana, I mean, you know best, Luke. Big Ten Freshman of the Year, second team, all Big Ten.
Yet to hit a home run, had 14 at school.
The 1-2. Outside, runner from first goes as Conti pump faked. Trying to pull Lane off of third. But now 2 runners in scoring position after the Fralick stolen bag. With 2 outs, a 2-2 count to Hanley. He gets set. The pitch. This one is drilled down the right field line and down. That's going to plate 2 for Chatham. And it's a 2 RBI single from Jake Hanley. I hope you bought that stock before that last at-bat, Luke, because I can only imagine it's rising even more.
How about 5 RBIs tonight for Jake Hanley? 5. It's a 5-run game. Jake Hanley has been the difference tonight, batting 8th in the Chatham order. That brings the total of 7, 8, and 9 to 9 RBIs in the bottom 3 of the A's lineup. 9.
Cade Aaron Beatty rounds out the order in the 9 spot. First pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Then you think the base running again. Fralick took second base on the 2-strike pitch. He scores on the single.
1-0 misses low. Aaron Beatty, 2 RBIs as well as a single tonight. Ahead 2-0 in the count. The pitch. This one hits the inner edge for strike 1. That's been the difference so far tonight. The 2-1. In there for strike 2. Off speed, sits at 84 from Arthur. Right on the inside edge. So a 2-2 count. Arthur trying to end this frame. Pitch comes home. At the knees. I mean, so far today, I think the biggest themes have been Chatham taking back the momentum any way that the Mariners generated. The 3-2 misses inside for ball 4, and that's been the other theme.
Yep.
Struggling to find that put-away pitch.
12 hits is no joke, and Chatham has really performed
from
tonight.
LSU, number 44, Ashton Larson.
So for the second time today, Aaron Beatty reaches. Back to the top of the order. Here's Ashton Larson. 1 for 5 today. Singled in his last at-bat. First pitch. This one's lined to second. Inouye drops to both knees to haul it in right next to his face. 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Came off the bat hot, but Inouye was ready for it. But Chatham tacking on some more runs. 12-7. And we'll see if the Mariners can get some offense.
After each home game, our hungry
They've been
Harwich
hot,
Mariners team has
but
provided
they got to
a
stay hot and
post-game
be
meal.
even more hot.
We would like
We'll
to
be back
thank
on
Georgia
Cape League TV.
Steakhouse for providing the team.
Hey Mariners fans, whether you're at White House Field or cheering from home, gear up with some official Harwich Mariners merchandise. Order online or visit our booth behind home plate. See you soon, and roll Ners.
Day on Monday the 14th before 2.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Welcome back to White House Field alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Time for the home half of the 8th. 4, 5, 6, 2 up for the Mariners, starting with
Leading
Maddox
off for the
Maloney,
Mariners,
the third baseman.
from
Sam
Oregon,
Harris on
number
deck,
39,
first
Maddox
base, and
Maloney.
in the hole, Nico Brini, the left fielder. New man on the mound for Chatham. It's Michael Sharman, who relieves Dane Burns, who went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Lefty on righty, first pitch to Maloney, outside for ball 1. Burns gave up that 3-run home run from Bristol Carter in the bottom of the 7th. Carter's second homer of the summer. 1-0, swing and a miss from Maloney.
You know, say what you want. He gave up the home run. It was a moonshot. But Burns had a really nice outing in relief going and just wants that one pitch back.
The 1-1. Flared foul. Maloney has reached once off of a bunt down the third base line. That was back in the 4th. Eventually scored. With a 1-2 count and no outs. His team down by 5. Gets set for the 1-2. Outside.
I think the scoreboard really tells the story tonight. In some games it doesn't, but the Mariners, they score 3 in the bottom of the 4th, and you look at the next top inning, well, Chatham scored 4. And then the same thing.
2-2. Shot out of a cannon to dead center. Freeman takes a few steps to his right and records out number 1.
Like I was saying, in the bottom of the
first
7th,
baseman
3-run
from
Bristol
Duke,
Carter
number
home run.
30, Sam
Then you look to the
Harris.
next half inning. The Mariners give up 2 in the 8th. Every time Harwich has been able to throw a punch, well, Chatham's just thrown 2.
Yeah. I mean, when you only have 2 scoreless half frames, it's pretty impressive stuff. As Harris grounds this one foul down the first base line. Chatham's only scoreless frames came in the 1st and the 7th. But in the 7th, they had the bases loaded. So no shortage of offense for Chatham, a team that came into today riding a 2-game shutout. Didn't score any runs in their last 2 contests. They were ready to play and hit tonight. The 0-1 to Harris. Inner edge for strike 2. The 0-2. Just misses outside. That fastball. Harris has struck out once today. Sharman in search of his first punch out of the night. He comes home. Popped up, foul, and out of play. Left field side. Thomas Shirtleff rocking the baby blue Mariner hoodie.
You got one of those recently, didn't you?
I did. Shout out to the Mariners merchandise tent. Got all the great stuff in there. 1-2. Foul. They got some good stuff there.
Really good stuff. My parents were impressed. They're in town, and they wanted to go buy some stuff.
What were they looking at? Do you know?
I think my dad was looking at a couple of those crew necks that aren't necessarily hoodies, but honestly perfect to wear at a Cape League game, I would say.
Well, I know Steve Englert, the manager for the Mariners, is huge in those short-sleeve hoodies. They sell a few of those at the tent. The 1-2. Upstairs. Good eye from Harris.
The one that Englert wears, he cuts. He's just like, it's like a boxer, you know what I'm saying? And they wear those sweatsuits and they just cut them up. You got to be cut up to wear those.
The 2-2. This one's pulled down the right field line and just foul. Man, hit that wall. Out in right. Harris got a lot of that. I feel like it's one of those things that, you know, obviously they have the short sleeve hoodies already made, but I think if you offered Steve one of those hoodies, I don't think he would take it. I think he likes the fact that he can cut the sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
The 2-2, grounded right to the mound. Sharman, with the quick reflexes, records out number 2.
I think that he just likes the ability to put his own style on it.
Right.
The left fielder
Gotta show off
from
the forearms
Wofford,
every
number
once in a
4,
while.
Nico Brini.
Here comes Nico Brini, the left fielder, with 2 outs. His team down by 5 in the bottom of the 8th. Has reached once off of a fielder's choice. Had a stolen base to his stat line tonight, as well as a run. He gets set from the left side. The first pitch inside, right at the elbows for ball 1. And Brini's someone that doesn't like to sit back in an at-bat. He attacks, whether it's a first pitch swing. He's had a lot of those line outs, ground outs. The 1-0. Like that right there. Grounds it to the mound. And there's out number 3. 1-2-3 inning to end the bottom of the 8th. Mariners down 12-7. We turn to the top of the 9th. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England.
Leading off for the Anglers. The
Time
first baseman
for
from
the
Georgia,
final
number
frame
2, Daniel
in Harwich.
Jackson.
12-7. The Chatham A's have come into White House Field and beat up the Mariners.
Yeah.
12 hits. They've walked 9 times. First pitch of the 9th, a swinging strike to Daniel Jackson. New arm for Harwich, the right-hander out of Seton Hall, Ryan Reich. This is a good move from Steve Englert, if you ask me. Reich started one of the biggest games of the year, the 3rd of July against Brewster. 0-1 is upstairs, 1-1. And he got beat up a little bit. He was pulled after just 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, an early exit for a guy who was off to a good start this summer in Reich. Still a temporary guy, and now we're 20 games in, 1-1 on the inside corner, 1-2. And Englert goes to him now in the 9th. 5-run game. Go out there, go 1-2-3. Retire the side against a team that's really hot right now in the batter's box. Maybe try and generate some confidence and plug in place when you need him next. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. Reich strikes out Daniel Jackson, 1 down in the 9th. Just a reminder to everybody that this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. So 1 out, nobody on The A's up by 5 in the ninth. Here's Jackson Freeman. Freeman's doubled and walked tonight. First pitch. Fly ball left field. Drifting towards the line is Brini, and he makes the play for out number 2.
There you go, Luke. Quickly 2 away. But it gives confidence. I like the move from Englert a lot as well, because,
from San Diego,
worst case scenario,
Lane.
the lead is added onto by Chatham. But it's not like a high pressure situation for Reich to come in and blow the doors off, right?
Isaiah Lane crushes this one towards left center. Brini and Broussard both chasing. Broussard with a sliding grab at the wall. That ends the top of the ninth. Trey Broussard still hustling in a 5-run game in the ninth inning. 1, 2, 3. The A's go down in order for the first time since the first inning tonight. We head to the bottom of the ninth on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Bottom of the ninth. The Mariners in unfamiliar territory after not losing a game in that 4-game winning streak last week. Harwich is now on the verge of falling 2 consecutive ball games.
Pinch hitting for the Harwich
To start the ninth
from
inning,
UMass Lowell, number 13, Scott Donahue.
it'll be Scott Donahue, the new Mariner catcher on the roster. He has recently been activated because Macon Winslow is home for the summer. First pitch to Donahue, a swinging strike 1. Donahue hit just below 270 at UMass Lowell. Not a huge power guy, but a solid defensive catcher. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up, drifting foul. It will go into the bleachers. So Donahue behind 0-2. To the left-hander Michael Sharman. Sharman came in the 8th inning, went 1, 2, 3, and now he's back out there to shut it down in the 9th. Gino, the Mariners will head to Brewster tomorrow. And you look at the standings. Brewster and YD both with 12 wins atop the East. Harwich on the verge of falling to 10-8. And Chatham is now creeping up on Harwich, a big matchup tomorrow. 2-strike pitch, foul.
There's the ebbs and flows of the season. I'm not too worried about the Mariners. We saw what they're capable of doing with this past week. You talked about 4-0-2 against some of, if not the best teams on the Cape. You're going to drop a couple of games. At least they were close in both this one and Falmouth.
0-2. That misses in. 1-2.
And I say close. I know this is a 5-run game right now, but I mean the Mariners were down by 2 in the midway point of this game.
If this is as bad as it can be,
right,
they're going to be all right.
Right.
1-2. Pushed foul. Donahue staying alive. Got to respect it. Very cold off the bench. Didn't play at all tonight. Comes in to pinch hit for Conti, and he's working the left-hander Sharman in the 9th. trying to get something started. You never know. It was the Chatham A's who did this exact feat. A comeback in the later innings against Harwich the last time. 1-2, fouled straight back. Got to be cool for Sharman to even be here.
Right.
Not a big school. UMass Lowell, to be frank, not unreal numbers. We see some guys coming from smaller schools that just tore it up. But the Mariners needed a catcher, and they went to him. Strike 3. Got him looking with the curveball on the outside corner. That's the first out of the bottom of the 9th.
The second baseman from Kansas State, number 2, Shintaro Inoue.
Mariners have struck out 8 times tonight.
Yeah, I think that right there with putting Donahue in there in place of Conti, I think that was just Steve-O just waving the white flag.
Just trying to get him in at bat, kind of like what he did with Reich in the 9th.
Right.
Not a high leverage situation. Welcome to the Cape. He strikes out looking. First pitch strike to Inoue. Inoue is 0 for 2 tonight, but walked and scored in the 7th. Sharman working quick, kicks and deals. The 0-1 drips into the zone. Just 69 miles an hour on that breaking ball. 0-2.
And I will say, I mean, the 2 losses, if you count this one as a loss in the game before that,
swing and a miss, strike 3.
Were weird games, I would say. I mean, the Falmouth game we all know is 4.5 hour game with the lightning delay. And then tonight, I mean, the Mariners coming off of 2 games off. We talked with the players. They said it's a little weird to go into such a rhythm. You play 6 straight games, and then you get a couple of days off. I mean, it's tough. You get into a rhythm, and clearly tonight a little bit of rust on the defensive side, more so than the offensive.
First pitch to Carter is low and away, ball 1. A bright spot tonight, Bristol Carter. Well, he's stolen 2 bases. He hit a 3-run homer in the 7th. And he's continuing to show that he has power. The 1-0 nails the outer edge, 1-1. So if Carter can develop this power into something we consistently see, whether it's just extra bases or the continued home run success, 1-1 is fouled straight back, then he can be a spark at the bottom of Steve Englert's lineup who you don't know what you can get. Because if you pick around him, he's going to steal second. He stole second and third in the 5th inning. But you give him a center-cut fastball, he's been turning on it. Exit velo was 102 on his homer. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Lane is on it. He throws to first. And that's the ball game. The Chatham A's score 12 runs on 12 hits and come into White House Field and snap their 2-game losing streak. They continue to inch closer to the top of the East standings. They improved to 9-10. The Mariners down to 10-8. Both of these teams have 3 ties as well. But Gino, you gotta tip your cap sometimes. And Harwich made a couple mistakes. They walked too many batters. They were a little bit slow after back-to-back days off. But the Anglers had a heck of a night tonight.
They did. They absolutely did. And I want to talk about the Mariners before we talk about Chatham. I mean, the Mariners have 5 home runs in their last 4 games. I mean, that's pretty good. And you talk about a team that was slow to figure it out offensively. They scored 7 runs tonight. This is a team that has really turned a corner with its offense. Tonight, it was a matter of pitching and Chatham being ready to hit. And you talked about tipping your cap. I mean, this was an Anglers team. 2-game losing streak. Both games didn't score a run. Dennis Cook gets in there. Doesn't get too crazy, right? We know him. He's not someone that gets worried in these moments. They don't worry about the wins and losses. They worry about their guys playing well, and if their guys play well, chances are they pull away with a victory. But he gets his guys locked in, ready to go. You get rid, or not get rid of, but you lose Henry Ford, you lose Ethan Mendoza, 2 of the top hitters on your team, and you look at the guys who replaced them, Ryan Martin, Jake Hanley, Cade Arambidi. I mean, those are 3 guys, 7, 8, 9 in the order, that were monumental in this game at bringing in runs. You got to tip your cap to those guys. You got to tip your cap to the Chatham A's. And the Mariners, 2 games, last 2 losses, I would say not the end of the world because of the situation coming off 2 days rest. And the day before that, the Falmouth game, you had the lightning delay. So 2 games that were a little bit fluky. The Mariners will get back on track tomorrow against Brewster.
Harwich hopes to avoid losing 3 consecutive ball games tomorrow at Stony Brook Field in Brewster. The Mariners won there most recently on the 4th of July. So a bounce-back effort is needed. We'll have the call at 5 o'clock on the Mariners radio network. For tonight, well, the Anglers beat the Mariners 12-7. For my partner Gino Antamarino, our producer Max Stewart, I'm Luke Brenneman saying so long and good night.